Hey, I'm Jake McNeal. I'm the creator of Crosswalk the game, and you're watching my third episode for my Devlog series on my new and upcoming game, Crosswalk Joyride. Starting off on Tuesday, I decided that I wanted to work on the coins. And in an attempt to keep things consistent within the game, I decided that it was necessary that I remove my Greg coin texture and instead replace it with the Greg coin texture that I created in an earlier video. I then pressed play to see what they would look like within the game, and they looked pretty good. I think that they, in fact, look a lot better than the original Greg textures. However, I noticed something when I did this, that the coins were spawning within other game objects within the road, and this was partially caused by the fact that I had created the script originally before I had inserted anything within the road. So I needed to create a way for this to stop. So I modified the script to allow me to specify where I don't want coins to spawn. And this will be great because when I create new tile prefabs, I can decide where I would like the coin trail to have a chance at spawning and where I don't want them to spawn at all. On Wednesday, I created the upgrades menu. For this menu, I placed in the icons I made in the last video, and I placed them within a box. On the right side of each, I created a place to state how much each upgrade will cost and explain what the upgrade will entail. And this also shows how far you've upgraded each item, and each one can be upgraded a total of 5 times. These are all placeholders at the moment, and I will have to add functionality to them on Thursday. I started by editing the upgrade submenu image. For this, I added the icons created earlier, and I added a circle around them to make them look better against a solid red backdrop. I originally added a stroke to the image, but due to the image stretching on iPads, I decided to remove this. From there, I went to create some functionality to the menus and then add some depth to the upgrade system. I then went on to create a script to add functionality to the upgrades menu. And this script holds a few arrays, mainly of strings that hold the various text to display for the upgrade depending on an enum I created to differentiate between them. However, this script also modifies the colors of the 5 levels for each upgrade and modifies the text showcasing the cost of the upgrade. The script will be modified later when I add save data, but for now this is good. And while testing the game, I noticed a texture issue on my T-tile. This dark line is visible when you take a right turn on the tile. It's been a while since I last worked on this particular texture, so I had forgotten which side of the road belonged to which side of the model. So I added a few colors to the texture on each end, and the one that I would see in the game would be the correct side. It ended up being on the blue side, so now I can figure out why the texture wasn't working. The model was telling me that there were a few pixels, like a few pixel gap following the end of my texture, but my texture went all the way to the end of the image. And this meant that I needed to add the texture that I wanted to present on the model to the opposite end of the texture. So I just simply took the part of the texture that I wanted and I moved it to the other side of the image. After saving and importing it back into Unity, I tested it and it worked splendidly. I then went on and added colliders and rigid bodies to various elements of the game so that when the player collides with them, it triggers the game over. However, I ran into an issue with the bridge. In Unity, a collision can only occur with a mesh collider if the mesh collider is either convex or that its rigid body is set to kinematic. So the problem was caused by making the mesh collider convex. This changed the collider and connected the bottom points, making it so nothing could go underneath the bridge. And obviously this isn't what I wanted, so I needed to rethink my approach. I couldn't keep the game object as a non-convex while declaring the rigid body kinematic, due to the bridge never actually moving, so a collision could never actually happen. So instead I decided to delete the mesh collider and instead create 2 box colliders that basically followed the shape of the model. This quick fix will work great with my game and solved all of my issues with the bridge collisions. I just want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you would like to play Crosswalk the game, there will be a download link in the description of this video. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Anyways, thanks for watching.